Idiopathic peripheral neuropathy. That's a fun one to say, isn't it? So on Ask a Nurse, somebody wrote in sharing their experience with idiopathic peripheral neuropathy. I want to give some information as to what this means and try to offer some insight, a little bit of guidance, and anything else along the way. So idiopathic means the practitioner has not figured out what the cause of the neuropathy is. Neuropathy is basically nerve damage. And then peripheral basically means not the brain, exactly the rest of the body, stemming into the rest of the system. Okay, so people can experience symptoms such as numbness, burning, tingling, crawling, sharp pains, zapping, heaviness, a variety of all kinds of symptoms, hot and cold sensitivity. They might have all these symptoms. They might have some of them. They might get triggered by certain things. They might have these symptoms all the time. They might come and go. Okay, so I do like to say, make sure that you've had a thorough investigation done. So your medical team should be sending you to a specialist if you haven't already been sent there. Reason being, they really need to try to figure out what the cause of this is. That could be so beneficial when it comes to treatment, but doesn't mean that we can't do other things along the way. So do make sure that your medical team has done this. If you have a practitioner that has done some investigation, I always like to tell people it's also very okay for you to go get a second opinion, to go to other practitioners, because that could be the key in discovering if there's been anything that's been overlooked or missed. Okay, so again, it's not rude. I always encourage patients to be their own advocate, because this is your life, right? You don't have to take it at face value to whatever practitioner is telling you anything. And again, maybe the next person is going to be the one that discovers the key to what's going on. Either way, some other things that you can do for yourself in terms of taking care of your body. I've noticed those that do tend to have a positive attitude, which this is not erasing or taking away from anything that you are going through, but those that, maybe have a faith system, those that, do other things, you keep trying to truck along through life as best as you can. I notice those folks that do that, they tend to, diet and exercise can be extremely beneficial, because let's not forget, despite a medical condition, your body still needs proper diet and exercise. And those that do their best to maintain healthy diet and exercise, at least to some degree, I see that in them, regardless of their medical conditions. I've seen cancer patients, people with fibromyalgia, etc., that actively do the best they can as often as they can. That's always my tip. You really do see it in the person. You could see if they weren't doing it, I know how much worse off they would be. So I tell people, really empower yourself. Believe that you have some degree of control, because you do, no matter what the medical condition is. Some days are going to be a bit harder than others, and that's okay, as long as you're doing the best that you can as often as you can. Okay, so for eating habits, obviously we say healthy. A couple of diets out there, although I don't like to push fad diets. The anti-inflammatory diet is a really good one. It incorporates a lot of foods into the diet that actually help reduce inflammation in the body, which is really awesome. Mediterranean diet also does that very well as well. Would have to say consult a health practitioner just to make sure that you're on the right track and that this is a suitable diet for you. You can also consult a dietitian as well. But I have heard a lot of promise with that, and anything that's going to bring down the inflammation in the body is going to really benefit reducing the severity of your symptoms. Some other things that you can do, talking about exercising. So the importance of exercising, especially with somebody that has something like neuropathy, this isn't necessarily something that's going to reverse anything in a traditional sense, but it does keep your muscles strong. So think about it like this for a second. If you're having a difficult time walking around, right? Whether that be from pain or a feeling of weakness or imbalance, and you stop using those muscles start to disintegrate over time, and it's going to get even harder. Your body's going to start to feel heavier. You're going to have even more issues balancing, stabilizing yourself. It's going to be so much more difficult. However, if you do keep your body healthy and strong, you're still, you're standing upright, your posture is better. Your body is not going to lose its mobility, its strength, etc., nearly as fast. We don't want that decline to happen. So strength training, doing balancing, working on stretching and flexibility, all of these things are going to be so beneficial. It's going to benefit your circulation. You take care of your circulation, and that allows the body to do its job so much easier. So these things do add up over time. So I really encourage people, again, the eating habits, the physical lifestyle as well, even the simple act of going for a walk. And even if you can't walk for very long, if you can do 5 minutes, that's okay. It's going to gradually get easier. So I do encourage working on that. Next, let's talk about supplements. I'm hearing a lot of benefits of vitamin B, a blend of turmeric. There's lipoic acid, which is, I believe, some kind of specialized type of vitamin B, and I'm hearing a lot of promise in its reversal of nerve damage or healing of nerves. There's other things that are out there, and I'm learning more about it, and I will end up posting more as I learn, but I am hearing a lot of positive things from other people that have tried it. Other things that can be really beneficial: sleep. Now, I recognize this might be incredibly challenging for some people, but the more sleep that you can get, or the better rest that you're getting, obviously the better you're going to feel. Your body's going to be less sensitive. You're going to have less cortisol going. That's the stress hormone that kind of triggers and irritates everything. So resting when you can, as often as you can. So practicing good sleep hygiene. I should do a video on that. So, reducing electronics and exciting activity at least a couple hours before bed, like a soothing walk. Sleeping in a slightly cooler environment can also help as well. What else do I want to list off? Doing things that make you feel good, investing time with friends, family, your hobbies, your interests, other activities, anything that inspires you, anything that makes you feel good. The more often that you're able to do those things, what a huge difference do I see in how the patient does throughout whatever their condition is. It compounds in the body. You feeling good on a regular basis, or at least as often as you can, it really adds up. And these people do age differently in a very lovely, graceful way. And so regardless of where you are at today, this is something that can be done, right? This is your empowerment tool, taking good care of yourself in the best way that you can, again, as often as you can. Good days and bad days, it's all good. So I hope this video has helped. I hope it makes sense, and I hope that I haven't been tripping over my words. I'm new to making videos, and I'm new to seeing myself on camera. But anyway, Ask a Nurse. If you've got any more questions, guys, please feel free to join the group. Ask your questions, spread the word. I'm trying to help as many people out there as we possibly can. You guys take care. Have a beautiful day.